If you don't laugh like an idiot when you're driving this car, then I'm sorry, there's something wrong with you. There simply is. Hello, good morning guys and girls. Well, it's morning for me, not too sure about you. You join me in a rather miserable Crawley because today I am back at Caterham. So I'm here to pick up another Caterham model, which isn't really ideal because this weather this weekend is meant to be awful. Right, and here is the car itself. So what you are looking at is a Caterham 7 SuperSprint. So this replaced, well, kind of replaced the standard Sprint in the kind of retro range. Now, like the Sprint, this is a limited edition model. Only 60 were made and they all sold out within 6 hours. So yes, a very popular car. Now, unlike the Sprint, which is more designed for road use, this is more designed for track, as I shall now show you. So first thing you'll notice are the 4-point harnesses. Well, 4-point harness I should say, because it's only got one seat. So this car was available as a 2-seater, but this particular car is a single-seater. So 4-point harness. You've got the triangular roll cage. Now if this were a 2-seater, you would have the rectangular roll cage, but like I say, this is a single-seater, as you can see. Got lots of retro touches, so got the wooden steering wheel, looking very splendid indeed. Got old school dials, and look at this. This is really cool. Let me just focus on that. The battery. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. The battery master cutoff switch has been designed as if it's come from the 50s. Yes, I do like that a lot. The tan leather, it's very sumptuous, and that also extends onto the handbrake gaiter and also the gear gaiter as well. Very nice, lots of chrome touches, and it all looks rather nice indeed. At the back you've got the old style badges. There we are, SuperSprint. And if I come to the left hand side, you've got the old school badge. I really like that. That does look really cool. And you've probably spotted to the left hand side, there we are, it's got Dijon on it, because each one of these cars, so they were available in 6 colours, and each colour was named after a famous racetrack. So this car, as you can see, is finished in the navy with the white noseband. There we are. Looks like it's got white lipstick on. And look, it matches my coat. Look at that. Yeah, navy coat, navy car. And I probably will need this coat because the weather does look pretty crappy. Now so far, you know, that's what the clouds really look like, to give you an idea. So far, it has stayed dry, although it is spitting a little bit right now. But hopefully, Mother Nature will be kind to me. Back to the car. Now you've probably noticed this down here. Luke Kidsley, he works for Caterham and he drove the car when the car was launched, so they put his name on it. Why not? Few other details. So you've got this very small windscreen. Caterham calls it the Brooklands windscreen. Now I believe when this car was on sale, you could opt to have a full windscreen if you wanted. And it's also worth noting that if this car were a 2-seater, there would be another one on the... Oh. Well, that was rather antisocial. There would be another windscreen on the other side. Yes, anyway, that's enough waffling about the car. I'm sure you want to know how it drives. Now, I will be honest, my route back to Surrey is kind of boring dual carriageways and boring A roads. So I will not subject you to those. So what I will do, turn the camera around like so. Hello. What I will do is I will find some more interesting roads and show you more about the car and talk more about the engine and performance and so forth. So until then, I'll see you in a bit. Actually, before we do that, I'm sure you want to hear how this car sounds when you start it up. So let's do that. Let me get all my gear, throw it in the car, and start the car up and see how it sounds. So, let me tell you more about the wonderful Caterham 7 SuperSprint. Oh, yes, my hair. You have probably noticed that as if by magic, my hair has become a fair bit shorter. Now, this part of the video was meant to be shot yesterday after I picked the car up, but things didn't exactly go to plan. So, as soon as I got in the car, the heavens opened, predictably, talk about Sod's Law, and I thought, okay, well, it is what it is, I can't control the weather. So I started driving down the road at 30, and the rain was hitting me in the face, and although it was inconvenient, I could live with it. However, once I got into faster roads, 40 miles per hour, 50 miles per hour, national speed limit, the rain was really pummeling my face, and not only did it become painful, but I had a real struggle being able to see the road, so it wasn't very safe. So I had to pull over into a random garden centre, and I stood there for a few moments and I thought, this isn't working. I've got no choice but to take the car back. I can't drive it home like this, it's not safe. So I gave Caterham a ring, asked if they had any tips or any advice, and they said, well, there should be a pair of goggles in the boot, and lo and behold, there were. Aren't these sexy? They're very fashionable. Let me slip them on like so. And there we are. I feel like an old school pilot. I feel like I should be flying a Spitfire or something. But yes, these came in very handy, and these got me home. And thankfully, the rain died down a little bit as well. But anyway, enough about my my rather funny predicament. Back to the car. So, underneath the bonnet, you have a 3-cylinder 660cc turbocharged petrol, which has been supplied by Suzuki. So normally it would offer 80 brake horsepower, but this particular engine has been tuned and fettled by the Caterham Works racing team. Therefore, it's now pumping out 95 brake horsepower with 111 Newton meters of torque. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of power, but don't forget this car only weighs 490 kilograms, so it's far from a heavy car. So that means you will hit 60 miles per hour in a rather windy 6.9 seconds, and if you're brave enough, you can continue to a top speed of 100 miles per hour, which again doesn't sound very fast, but if you bear in mind that a lot of wind will be entering the cabin at that point, and you are virtually sat on the floor, so that will feel a lot faster. This power is mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox, and of course power is going to the rear wheels. Bit sideways there. Oh yes, this car is FUN. And that noise, it's fantastic. Now, these are really my first impressions of the car. I will be filming a separate review which will come in the next week or two. So of course I'm going to talk about how the car drives in this video, but I will have a more comprehensive review coming. Most of this video is going to be me screaming, going, oh, that's fantastic, oh! And really giggling like a schoolgirl. Oh, the gear changes are lovely. They're so nice and short. They have a rifle bolt precision to them. They really do feel sublime. And sometimes you feel like just changing down just for the sheer hell of it. In fact, it's changed down again. Oh. Who needs a roller coaster when you can buy one of these? Simply fantastic. Just look at the smile on my face. Yes, it's dreary. Yes, it's grey. Yes, it looks like it could rain at any moment. But you know what? I really don't give a toss because I'm having so much fun. It's almost impossible not to drive this car with a massive grin painted upon your face. This car is a Joymaker. Not only is it a Joymaker, but it's also a slide creator. Right, okay, so on the brakes, get a bit of heel and toe going. Oh, and I've fired out that corner like in a cannon. National speed limit, let's do this. Apologies for any wind noise. It's very breezy in here right now. Don't get a bike, get one of these guys. Come on, get yourself a Caterham. You will simply won't regret it. Oh! Oh! Right on the brakes as we go around here. Oh, a bit bumpy at the back. The back has got a live rear axle, so it's not exactly the most sophisticated engineering going. Oh! Whoa! Jesus! The back really bounced up then. Woohoo! Frisky. Whoa! That was very frisky. Naughty Caterham. Oh. If you don't laugh like an idiot when you're driving this car, then I'm sorry, there's something wrong with you. There simply is. Whew. Wow, that was a blast. Anyway, I think that's enough fun for one video, although, let's face it, you can never have too much fun. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe for more car obsession.